when you're driving a cab in London, you need somewhere to get refreshments and have a chat, have a break, have a stop. This is one of the famous green huts or Cabman shelters. At its height, there were 63 of these in London, there's now 13 left. It hasn't always been the same. At one time, when you needed a cab, you would have to go into a local pub or hostelry where people were sheltering from the weather conditions. In 1874, a man named Captain George Armstrong left his house. He was the editor of the Globe newspaper in Fleet Street, and he needed to get there in a hurry. He couldn't find a cab anywhere. He couldn't find a cabman to drive him there. So he went into the local pub. Most of them had too much to drink. This didn't go down too well at the time. So he came up with the idea of the Cabman's Hut and Cabman shelters, along with other Victorian entrepreneurs. One especially, Lord the 7th Lord Shaftesbury, they funded 63 of these at major taxi ranks and stops. Now, you're inside, you can stop and get a cup of tea, but you're not allowed to have political debate. There's no swearing, there's no gambling. These laws are still adhered to today. Now, the dimensions of the Green Hut, the width and the length are the same size as one horse and carriage. This is a bylaw that was brought in by the Metropolitan Police because of road space. We worry about road space now, but they couldn't be any bigger than that size. Also, you'll see around the side this bar. We needed somewhere to tether our horses up to, and at the far end of all of these cab shelters, there would have been a trough to water your horse with. You can buy stuff from the window at the front and eat it to your cab, take it to your cab to eat. The only people that can eat inside are cabmen. And if you get on well enough with the proprietor, they will cook your own meals for you. Now, some of the things and some of the regulations that go with these huts, they had to provide meals and subsistence of a certain criteria, fulfilment. Big thing in Victorian times. There was magazines, there was papers for people to read, and there was some education. All of them had nicknames. This one that we're standing outside today is known as the All Nations. All Nations, this part of Kensington is where the great exhibition was held, and all the nations from around the world were invited here in 1851.